Dereck Chisora will face Artur Szpilka on the undercard of Dillian Whyte versus Oscar Rivas. Also on that same card will be Dave Allen versus David Price, Richard Riakporhe versus Chris Billum-Smith, and Charlie Duffield versus Dan Aziz. So it's a pretty good card. I certainly like the main event, and I also like Dave Allen versus David Price. Dereck Chisora versus Artur Szpilka, it's cool. You know, it's cool. I mean, both guys are kind of at a crossroads in their careers. Dereck Chisora coming off the Senad Gashi fight. Artur Szpilka, let me just check who the last person he fought was. Okay, he's coming off a split decision late last year against Mariusz Wach. Before that, he fought Dominic Gwynn, and then he had those two back-to-back defeats to Adam Kaunaki and Deontay Wilder. Now, Artur Szpilka can actually box. He hasn't had the greatest punch resistance. He's been stopped a couple times, although, you know, getting stopped by Wilder, that's no shame in that, because Wilder is a ridiculously hard puncher. But in that Wilder fight, he was giving Wilder all kinds of problems. Now, to be fair, he was a late replacement, and I don't think the guy Wilder was originally supposed to fight was a southpaw. So we had to adjust to a southpaw at, very late notice. And by the way, these scorecards that you're seeing right here, I did another video about the Anthony Joshua scorecards against Ruiz, but these scorecards you're seeing here in the Wilder-Szpilka fight are absolutely ridiculous. Because I'm telling you now that was a very, very competitive fight. And in fact, many people had Artur Szpilka ahead against Deontay Wilder in that fight. So these scorecards here, joke business. That's just what happens when a cash cow is in against a not so well-known fighter, is he's going to get more than the benefit of the doubt when it comes to the judges' scorecards. So Szpilka can actually box. Nice little southpaw skills, nice little bounce to the way he moves and stuff like that. Puts his punches together well. It's just that he doesn't appear to be particularly durable. Whenever somebody's managed to put it on him, they've gotten him out of there. We saw that against Kaunaki. We even saw that against Brian Jennings, which was his first career loss back in 2014. Even against Mike Molo here, you see Szpilka was down. So Szpilka has punch resistance issues, not the most durable guy. But how many southpaws has Dereck Chisora fought? Will Szpilka's southpaw style, decent speed, nice little movement and stuff like that, will it give Dereck Chisora problems? Will it be able to overcome Artur Szpilka? Chisora obviously fought Tyson Fury in a rematch, and Fury boxed southpaw for parts of that fight. But other than that, I can't think of many southpaws that Chisora's fought. Senad Gashi maybe switched southpaw a couple times, but that was a nothing fight. Other than that, where are the southpaws that Dereck Chisora's fought? So it's going to be interesting to see how he deals with a southpaw, particularly a guy like Szpilka, who does fight side on. Some southpaws are going to square their shoulders up, and because they square their shoulders up and stand in the pocket with you, is not much different from fighting an orthodox guy. But when you've got a southpaw who really fights side on, and, you got this right jab in your face, the front feet are clashing, and he's throwing backhands with the left, it can be very unusual if you're not used to fighting southpaws. It can take quite some getting used to, and normally orthodox fighters like to go with the straight right hand when they're fighting southpaws. So it's usually a battle between the southpaws straight left and the orthodox straight right. Can Dereck Chisora play that kind of game? Is he going to try to box a little bit with Szpilka? If he comes forward, is he going to be able to get the punches on, given that the angles are so different? So, look, it's a fight where Dereck Chisora, even though he's seen better days, he really should be winning this fight, given the fact that Szpilka's been stopped by people before. I mean, look, Wilder stopping him, it's no shame in that. Even Kaunaki stopping him, it's no shame in it. Bryant Jennings. And he's been down on multiple occasions after Szpilka. So Dereck Chisora, with the people he's been in with the experience that he has, with the toughness that he has, he should be able to break Artur Szpilka down and beat him. But again, in these crossroads fights, it's anyone's game, really. It's anyone's fight there to win. I'd imagine Dereck Chisora will be the favorite, when it comes to the betting line, but you know, how much has he got left? There are questions for both men, which is, I guess, what makes the fight at least a little bit interesting. Definitely not the fight I'm looking forward to most on this bill, but it's cool. And of course, there is the whole angle of the clash of personalities, because Dereck Chisora, we know, is a very unusual man who has a tendency to be hostile in front of certain opponents. And Artur Szpilka, of course, is, you know, his story is fairly well known that he was a former football hooligan and he used to fight on the street and all this kind of business until he turned his hand to boxing and changed his life. Will we see a clash between them? Will there be shenanigans at press conferences and stuff like that? Maybe there will, maybe there won't. I think Dereck Chisora tends to perform better when there is some needle there, when he feels a threat from the opponent. So maybe it'll be in Artur Szpilka's best interest to not engage Dereck Chisora in any kind of face-off and head-to-head battle like that. And when I mean face-off, obviously they're going to face off and stare each other down, but I mean in terms of going back and forth with trash talk or shoving or anything like that. Might be in Szpilka's interest not to do that and to try and rock Chisora to sleep a little bit, you know, by playing the nice guy. That might be better for him to do. So let me know what you guys think about this clash in the comment section below. Who have you got winning? Do you, like me, think Dereck Chisora should be the favorite? Or you think Artur Szpilka can pull out a boxing performance and just outpoint Dereck Chisora over, how many rounds is it? Is it 10 or 12? Okay, it doesn't say yet how many rounds it is. That's going to be interesting to see, actually. It doesn't say how many rounds it is at the moment. If it's a longer fight, who do you think it would favor, Szpilka or Chisora? I would probably say Chisora. You know, maybe Szpilka can get in there, hit and hop it enough to win enough of the first, let's say 6-7 rounds to get a decision. You know, if it's 12, Dereck Chisora can really put it on him in the championship rounds and if not get him out of there, do enough damage to take a decision. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. It's happening. I'm out. Join me on Patreon. I upload a minimum of 2 podcasts every single week, covering a wide variety of controversial topics, as well as live stream Q&A sessions. Take a look on screen right now at some of the podcasts I've produced so far. For just $3 a month, the equivalent of about £2 a month, you get access to all my new podcasts and my entire back catalogue of past podcasts, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen on your computer or on your smartphone or tablet by downloading the Patreon app from the Google Play Store or the App Store for free. The Patreon app also allows you to download each podcast in MP3. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you get access to dozens of hours of exclusive content. It's easy to sign up, there's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. So come and join our community of free and critical thinkers by signing up with me here on Patreon today.